up you guys, it's me Lily and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys and rating my celebrity meet and greet experiences. So there are 3 people who I had bad experiences with and then 3 people I had really good experiences with. We're starting with the worst and we're going to work to the best. And just a little disclaimer, I'm not saying these people I met are bad people because one of my favorite people ever is in the bad list, but it's just because my experience wasn't good. That doesn't really reflect on their character. And most of the reasons why they're bad is like because of how quick it was or like the groupings or whatever, and that's not even in their control, so it's really not about them. I was hesitant to make this video because I didn't want to be like, I'm exposing celebrities, nothing like that. It's literally just that my experience wasn't the best. So let's get into it. Let's start with the bad. The worst experience I had, which is saying a lot because this wasn't a bad experience, it just wasn't a good experience, and it was Charlie Puth. The first thing is that random people were grouped with us, which isn't in his control. It just like sucked. It was me and my 2 other friends, and it definitely could have been 3 people, but then they put 2 girls with us that we didn't even know, and they were kind of rude. I had to go out of my way to like say something because there were so many of us, so we kind of just like talked to the group, but I like wanted to talk to him obviously, so I was like, what did I say? I met him in 2017, so I don't really remember what I said. I think I just said like, nice to meet you, and he was like, oh, nice to meet you too. I don't know, it was just like kind of awkward. Okay, last thing about Charlie Puth, he said he liked my friend's hat because he was wearing a Christmas hat because it was Christmas. It was December, so yeah. So overall, I'm gonna give him a 3 out of 10. It just wasn't a good experience. Nothing against you, Charlie. Love you, King. On to the next person. Next, we have Fifth Harmony. Just to clarify, this was 2015, so Camila was still in the band. By the way, I'm going in order of how I met them. So I hugged Dinah and Normani. Literally, all I say is like, hi. I literally told them like, I'm so excited to meet you. Like, I love you guys so much. And they just like did not respond to me. So then there was Lauren, and literally she's such an angel. I love her. Basically, I went with my family friend and he went up to Camila and said, my dad thinks you're hot, which Normani and Dinah didn't hear, so it was only Camila, Allie, and Lauren who heard. They were all like laughing at it because it was funny. It like wasn't in a weird way. He was like 8, so well no, he was probably like 10. Whatever. It was a cute little dumb thing. And then they were laughing and I was like, I told not to say that like, as a joke, and then like Lauren laughed at what I said. She's like, oh my god, that's even funnier. And I was like, and Lauren was my favorite member when I listened to them, so that was a big deal for me. So then after, this was my first time ever meeting like a group of people, and I posed in between Normani and Lauren, so I didn't know if I could like meet Allie and Camila, so I kind of like stood there for a sec, and then Allie, literally such an angel, she's like, come over here baby, it's so nice to meet you, I'm so glad you're here, and then hugged me and then gave me a kiss on the head, and I was like, oh my god, like this is so sweet. Allie and Lauren alone were 10 out of 10. I loved them. And then I hugged Camila and she was just really nice, so overall I give them a 5 out of 10. The next person, and I feel so bad for saying this, I literally feel so like words can't describe how bad I feel for saying this, but it's Ariana Grande. So I met her in 2016. She was fine. There's nothing wrong with her. I love her so much. She's one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. I love her, I love her, I love her. But my experience was meh. The meet and greet was supposed to be before the show, but then she delayed it until after the show because she wanted to spend time with her boyfriend, who was Mac Miller, which now I'm totally okay with that, but at the time I was like annoyed. I did have to miss part of her set in order to meet her, which I was still like, okay, I'm still so lucky that I get to meet her, but like I didn't want to miss her set. So I was kind of annoyed, but I was like, whatever, like it's fine. I'm still meeting Ariana Grande, who cares? But then because she delayed it, she had to like rush it. So I don't even think I was in there like with her for a minute. You know, it felt more like a little hey than like a meet and greet. I didn't really meet her, I just kind of greeted her. Okay. And then like I went in for a hug and she just did not hug me, and I was like, okay, like that's fine. Like she was probably told that she has to rush it. Not much happened. She's the only person I've ever been like truly starstruck about. When I saw her, I literally like froze. And she said hi, and I was like, hi, and she's like, how are you? And I went, hi. Like I just didn't process anything. I kind of like blacked out during it. Like I really don't remember anything that happened. I think I told her I loved her. Well, I still love her more than anything, so she's a 10 out of 10, but my experience was more like a 6 out of 10. And that ends the bad section. I just want to say one more time, I hope I'm not coming off as ungrateful or anything. I'm so grateful that I've gotten to meet these people. Even though they weren't the best experiences in the world, I'm really lucky that I got to meet them. Now we're on to the good people. We're gonna start off with Why Don't We, and I met them in 2018. I used to be a big Why Don't We fan. I don't really like them anymore, but that's fine. So they all gave me hugs, which was amazing. Jack was the first person I met, and when I met them, it was literally like a week after Zion from Pretty Much tweeted, "Dudes, what are you doing painting your nails?" So then like all the Why Don't We boys like painted their nails. Jack's were just like pretty colors, they were multicolored. So I was like, "I really like your nails," and he was like, "Thank you," and I was like, we get each other. We see each other. Then I got to Zach, and Zach was my favorite person I met. Zach and I are from the same city. I moved out of that city when I was 4, so if you figure out where he's from, I don't live there anymore. Sorry to everyone who was gonna try to meet me because I'm so famous. I'm not gonna say the city name, so I was like, oh my god, I'm from blank, and then he was like, oh cool, and he was like, wait, really? Like blank? And I was like, yeah! And he's like, that's so cool, and then we had a little moment there, and I was like, aw. Then I met Jonah. Jonah didn't really talk to me. He talked to my friend the whole time. He was alright. I like didn't say anything to Corbin, like except for like hi, nice to meet you, whatever. But he gave the best hug I've ever had in my whole entire life. It was amazing, spectacular, beautiful. If you ever wondered who the best hugger in Why Don't We is, my pick, Corbin. Now Daniel, on the other hand, literally shattered my heart. We hugged, and he was wearing this really cute shirt, and I was about to call it cute, and then I was like, your shirt's really cute. I really like your shirt. You know what this man replies to me? Okay. That is just so painful. I like your shirt.
Okay.
He probably just wasn't focused on me. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think he was like, screw this girl. Yeah, it did hurt me, and it haunts me. So, thanks, Daniel.
What you say?
Overall, I'd give them a 7 out of 10. They were great. Good boys. Good boys. Ooh. Don't like that. Good people, good experience. Now we have Jack and Jack, MagCon boys. Jack and Jack, if you don't know them, they were in MagCon. And if you don't know MagCon, listen to this.
We gon' party, buck wild, look at shorty, buck wild.
They were literally so nice. They asked for my name, which is nice, so they literally called me by my name. It was just very personal, you know? Then they gave great hugs. There was like music playing, so they were dancing. It was just fun. And they asked what pose I wanted to do, and I did the like holding hands thing. And they held my hands. My little 10-year-old MagCon heart. I wasn't 10. I met them in 2016, so I was 13? I was a MagCon fan when I was 10, so like, you know, it was really just, it was good for me. So yeah, the overall rating for Jack and Jack, 10 out of 10. They were great. They're not together anymore, but you know, it's fine. Now for the final group of this video, 5 Seconds of Summer. If you don't know, 5 Seconds of Summer, my favorite band. So let's start off with the fact that before I even met them, Ashton waved at me. So that was lovely. I think he said hi. No, I think he said hey. Oh my god, hi or hey, haha.
Hey, is it hi or hey?
No, I actually don't remember though. It was a scary moment for me. I did not think that was gonna happen. Here's the order of how I met them. I met Ashton first. So Ashton shook my hand, which I was like, okay. Which I also appreciated because they didn't do hugs. So yeah, he shook my hand, and then I barely even looked at Callum at first. I was like, really, it was overwhelming. So in the middle, it was Luke and Callum. And obviously I was gonna stand in the middle because it was just me meeting them. So I was like, can I just stand right? And I was really nervous, and he said, come on in. And he said it just like that. Come on in. A little country accent. I loved it. You know what I did? Not gonna say it that way. I walked in between, and I stood in between Luke and Callum. Luke was like, hey, how are you? And I was like, I'm good, how are you? And then he was like, I'm good. And then we took the picture. This is where it gets cringy, and I just don't talk about this part. But I was the last person in line. It was all like media people behind me. So I took this opportunity to turn around, face them all. So I'm facing the boys, and I'm like, I just wanted to say that like I love you guys so much. And I went on, I like poured my heart out to them, which I literally cringe at so much. I was 14 years old and I was meeting my favorite band, so like it makes sense. But also it gave me a chance to literally look at all of them and talk to them. For a brief moment of time, their attention was on me, and that's kind of a cool thing. Probably the only reason why I kept talking and didn't just be like, okay, bye, was because as I was talking to them, Michael literally was smiling, and he was like nodding his head. Like he looked interested, and it was just really sweet, and I just really appreciate that because I was really nervous, and he just really made me comfortable. But then I look at Luke, and Luke is just like staring me dead in the eye. It was just really scary. And then I look at Callum, and he's doing the same thing. And then I look at Ashton, and Ashton's smiling, and I'm like, okay, good. I was literally thinking, I'm like, oh my god, like they hate me. Callum and Luke hate me, but no, I don't think they did. I mean, I hope they don't. That would really suck. So their overall rating is literally like 1,000 out of 10. I am biased, so sorry. So that's it for the video, and I put a link in my description box, and if you click it, it'll tell you ways that you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement, so I really encourage you doing that. It's so important. If you like the video, like it. If you want to comment, comment, and if you want to subscribe, subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!